Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is January 31st, 2024, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, there were no surprises with quarterly earning reports for both Google and Microsoft. However, they sold off in after-hours trading. We'll get into that in just a second. But first, looking at today's major economic events. So all day today out of Germany, we have a CPI number coming out. And then at 9 p.m. South African time out of the United States, FOMC Rate Statement, the first of 2024. Really important. And also today we have corporate earnings for Qualcomm. Now looking at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, major pairs unchanged. But that may change today with the FOMC rate statement. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones on its dead highs unchanged, while the NASDAQ retracing, looking on commodities, gold pushes higher while oil unchanged. Now looking at the stocks, Google sold off in after hours trading over $10 as it beat its earnings. However, advertising sales, which is crucial, was down. Now lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we go. First with the Euro USD, just because there's this big FOMC rate statement today. Now, you got to know your levels, especially today. If there are any surprises, if the Fed does change or say anything about future interest rates or current interest rates and they change anything, this will go. This will certainly go. So you do want to know some of its levels. Now, we've pretty much flatlined here at 108-ish level. On the upside, okay, we do have resistance towards that 200-day moving average. And on the downside, 105.23. Yes, it could trade over 300 pips in either direction. So you do want to know its levels again. Now, I wouldn't jump into this particular position before the number comes out because you never know how it's going to go. So just keep an eye on it, okay? Especially if there's some fade opportunities that come after the number, okay? Then those are generally a great trading opportunity. So we're going to jump into commodities. Gold gaining just slightly to 2036. Again, it's still in that very tight range between 2000 and 2030-ish level. Okay, we're just about a little bit above it. Looking at crude oil, nothing doing, unchanged, $77 a barrel. Now jumping into the Dow Jones, we're on our dead highs. And FOMC is having a rate statement today. Now, the banks have been pretty strong, and they're the ones that are going to go if there's any kind of change. So again, you want to know about it, okay? These are the things that you should be looking at. Be looking at the Dow Jones, the U.S. stocks, specifically the U.S. bank stocks. We're going to get into them in just a second, but we are on our dead highs here. If we break out higher, there's no resistance. At this stage, we could go to 39,000 or to 40,000 at that point. Okay, so just keep that in mind as this is pushing higher. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, we retraced here, and that's mostly because the tech stocks did beat their earning report. However, it's how they beat them and what's the anticipatory growth rate moving forward. Okay, those are two important elements when we're looking at these type of numbers. So we're at close to our highs, we're off our highs. So let's break it down. Let's look first at the bank stocks. This is JP Morgan. We're at all-time highs on JP Morgan, making all-time highs. And this is the type of company that really does very well in recessionary kind of environments. And they're showing it, right? Interest rates are high. JP Morgan makes money. It's as simple as that. When things are going to change, it'll come down, okay? But for right now, it's doing fantastic. This is really a big stock. Now, looking at Bank of America, also on its upper range, not as strong as JP Morgan, but still relatively strong. Now, jumping into the tech stocks. Now, this is not taking into account after hours trading. Microsoft is about 407 after hours trading as it left over. Okay, so coming into this, I expect us to gap down a little bit, maybe a little bit more. We'll possibly end it at the low $400 range. Okay, that would be my supportish level. Okay, but if we break that, then I can see ourselves going back to 395 and just keep it as an eye opener. Now, looking at Google also, Google did disappoint yesterday. It's down about $10. So it's going to open up about 149-ish level, which was our gap up. However, keep in mind, it has a nice run on the upside, okay? And if it does have this crossover between the 8-day and the 30-day moving average on a daily, which might happen, okay, that means we're going further south. So keep that in mind as this is still correcting itself as well. Now, Jumping into Bitcoin, all right? This is where it becomes a little bit interesting. Bitcoin relatively unchanged, holding on to its gain of 43,000 and holding on. This is relatively a non-tradable asset for now until it either breaks up higher or lower. This is not tradable, okay? We're looking first at a weekly chart, and it is solidifying here, but it's got to break that 45,000 and close above it for us to see a clear buy signal. So keep that in mind as well. So today's going to be a massive day. You know the drill. Make sure you put in stop losses before the trade, especially because there's going to be a lot of whipsaw today. Trade responsibly. Just like drive responsibly, trade responsibly. This is Fred Razak, and I wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.